Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here. Excited to bring in your January 2026 career and money reading. Welcome back if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. I'm Mel, an intuitive reader, and I'm super grateful you found me today. So let's open up your energy field, Taurus, and take a peek at the key themes that are playing out for you over the next 4 to 6 weeks. You have comfort showing up at the bottom of the deck. Though you're not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. You are entering into the most comfortable period of your life. This is at the bottom of the deck, so many of you are moving into a state of inner peace. You are finding balance within your body, within your mind, within your spirit. I see that not only do you have the ability to bring in financial wealth, but this is spiritual wealth. And you are connecting to your Venus energy, where living a luxurious, rewarding life is part of your path, Taurus. Now, key themes for you include the award, money manager, and the frame. Now, I am being shown an acceptance letter. Now, some of you, this could be literal, where you could be receiving an acceptance letter. Perhaps you are going back to school, or you're being accepted into a program or some form of training. I also see that this could be a certification or a new opportunity that you have that could bring in steady income. This is about your organization skills. Many of you are very talented when it comes to multitasking or staying organized or getting organized. That could be a big key theme for you this month. And I see that you are getting on track or back on track with your goals, and you're dancing through any other distractions. And this is about creating an environment, whether you work from home or you work in an office, or maybe some of you work on the road, or you are traveling. I see that you are cultivating an environment that feels fun, that feels rewarding. And you may also be called to step into your leadership abilities through entrepreneurship. Some of you are self-employed or having the freedom and the flexibility to work from anywhere in the world. I see a steady income that you are bringing in here, and there could even be more than one income source. Now, I am being shown real estate or Airbnb. Some of you may be in the field of property management, maybe flipping homes. That could be something of the future for you, something that you're looking into, or you're currently connecting with real estate in some way. But I also see that some of you may want to go back to school or learn a new craft or learn a new skill so you can secure your financial future, because the frame tells me you have your eyes set on the prize, or you have your mind set towards a goal. And it feels like the next 4 to 6 weeks, there is a strong, solid commitment coming through. Commitment and consistency are going to get you into this comfortable lifestyle if you're not there already. Now, you have the money manager. When the money manager shows up, you may certainly have a career in money management, banking, accounting, or anything in finance, which is a natural skill that many of you already have, is being able to work with finances. And you've learned a lot about money in this lifetime. And I see that there is a happy outcome here when it comes to your financial world. And if you have been dealing with professional matters through maybe a brokerage, or it could be a financial institution, or even a lawyer or the court system, I see that there is going to be a favorable outcome here that kind of lands in your, I don't want to say lands in your lap. You've worked hard to get to where you are at, but I see that there could be a better offer. That's the energy I'm getting here, like a better offer than maybe you had expected. because of your consistency, because of your commitments here. And there's the award. So the award it could be winning money. Some of you, this has to do with an insurance claim. I'm getting military or veterans. So this may have to do with like a VA pension or back pay. There could be something that was owed to you. Could be royalties, or it could be that you overpaid on a bill and you're going to receive money back. This may have to do with taxes, or you have saved up, you've accrued monies. I see that you are moving into a state. For some of you, it could be retirement. It could be that you are selling a home and you are going to receive plentiful abundance from a sale of a home as well. And this is also about recognition, Taurus. You are someone who is very skilled, you're very talented, and you deserve to receive the accolades or the recognition that comes from all of your hard work. So whether this be a promotion, whether this is you putting yourself out into the world because you have a gift, you are authentic and you are unique. And if you have an idea, this could be giving you the green light to go for what it is that you want, to commit yourself, to dedicate yourself to this path, because you will be very successful. If this is connected to your calling, if this is connected to your spiritual truth, this could be a curiosity that you currently have, or it could be a full-blown idea that's already manifesting in your world. Commit yourself and go all the way, because again, success is part of the award. And success shows up in all different shapes and sizes. Yes, some of you could have that certification that you put on the wall with a frame here. But it could also be that you are making choices that are beneficial for your family. If you want to spend more time with your family, or you may have a little bit more time in the near future because some of you are either becoming empty nesters, or your children could be going to school for the first time, or you are able to financially say yes to some sort of an opportunity that you've had to save up for, or you've had to kind of wait because you had other responsibilities or priorities to focus on. So I see that there's professional work here, and some of you, this has to do with fame, being put in the spotlight in some way. You could be an editor, a publisher, an actor, a director. I see that you may also be called to jump on a platform, whether it's YouTube, whether it's, TikTok or Threads or Facebook, and connect to a new community and to share your knowledge with others. And this could be something that you feel strongly passionate about. I see that you have the ability to share your knowledge, share what's worked for you, but also share some of the hardship, because you inspire other people. You inspire them because you have made it through to the other side. And when you share this with others, I see that they are going to feel inspired to keep going. So you could even be a public speaker or a motivational coach or an energy healer. Whatever it is that you do, I feel like you are putting in 110%. So let's dive in and see what's going on here, because the themes that are playing out for you are really quite favorable. And look at that. You have the World at the bottom of the deck. So the World is victory. The World is completion. The World is your oyster. And that's kind of the message coming in here. Whatever it is that you want, go for it. Make up your mind, decide, and commit. You will be successful. All right. We have the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. We have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The Queen of Wands is magnetic. She goes after what she wants and there's no stopping her. And she is very abundant. You can see that she has these beautiful cows around her, and cows represent prosperity. And I see that you are stepping into the most prosperous life that maybe you've ever had, or the biggest career opportunity of your life, or really stepping into a new phase or a new cycle that feels very luxurious and abundant. And for many of you, this is a dream. That Nine of Cups is a dream. It's a wish fulfilled. It's emotional satisfaction, spiritual contentment as well. And so this is a major glow up year for you. And I see that you are starting the year off strong. You are magnetizing what it is that you want. You're meeting the universe halfway, because sometimes the decision to commit yourself to a path is half of it. And then the commitment piece, saying to the universe, yes, this is what I want. And then the universe works to bring those things into alignment. And that's what I see happening for you over the next 4 to 6 weeks. Now, the Queen of Wands is also someone who is a natural leader. So you could be someone who has this gift for entrepreneurship. Some of you, it has to do with travel, and you may be multitasking. Maybe you have more than one creative passion project up in the air at this time, but try not to overwhelm yourself, because when we have so many fingers in, the pot, sometimes we can procrastinate, or we have a difficult time applying our full efforts and commitments. Even though you're great at multitasking, pick 1 or 2 things and stick to that. And I see here working with a good mentor, or really being in that positive mindset, is going to be very beneficial for you. So perhaps the Queen of Wands is someone that you are connecting with to help you achieve some of your own goals, to help you get to where you want to be. Because I love your spread today. The Nine of Cups is you taking a look at any area of your career, your finances, your abundance, which includes blocks, which includes beliefs, which includes habits that you have taken on that have left you feeling unfulfilled or dissatisfied, and you are again dancing around distractions. And you see that this beautiful mermaid represents magic, but she also represents fluidity. And so it feels like you are opening up your emotional world and saying, this is something that holds a lot of meaning to me. This is something I feel connected to on a deeper level, and I want to move towards this goal or this dream. And I see that again, once you make up that choice and decision, you have the 7 of Pentacles and the Strength here. So this is commitment. The 7 of Pentacles, you see that he has a wheelbarrow. And he has the 7 pentacles in that wheelbarrow, which are represented by the sunflowers. And the sunflower connects to the sun in tarot. So yes, there may be effort that is required, but I see that you have what it takes to pivot, to call in additional resources if you need, in order to help you get to where you want to go. And yes, there's something that has maybe challenged you. Okay, this could be a belief, again, a pattern, or even an external dynamic that has tested your confidence. But you are pivoting, and you are resetting your nervous system and saying, I don't have to react to something in a way where I feel like I'm drowning in my emotions, but I have the ability to continue moving forward, even if there was a bit of a pause, even if there may have been a bit of a delay. I see with the Strength here, there's nothing you cannot overcome. And the Strength is also being gentle with yourself. It's gentle compassion, it's kindness, and it's forgiveness. So if you were very hard on yourself, Taurus, which we can be our own worst critic, can't we? We can judge ourselves more harshly than anyone else. And sometimes we even have old stories that play out in our minds that don't even belong to us. It's not even our voice. It could be the voice of society, the voice of an old boss, the voice of your parents, or it could be the voice of, an ex, or someone who had some sort of expectation and you feel like you fail to meet that expectation, and then it becomes the inner voice in which we make choices or decisions on. That's something that you are getting rid of because you have the death card here. And when the death card shows up, this is a complete transformation. So an ending of an old cycle for you as you are stepping into a new threshold. When one door closes, another opens. And I keep getting the name here, and I feel like this has come up for you. I don't know if it was for you specifically, but I know it's come up in the readings. The name Shannon. So Shannon is coming through here. And I'm also getting here the continent of Africa. So maybe some of you have a connection, or maybe you live in Africa. There could be some sort of travel. I mean, maybe you're going to Egypt, or there's been a strong pull towards maybe that region, or even traveling or connecting with a company or connecting with a community that may have global or international connections. That's coming through. So with the death card, you may have gone through an ending or a period that was very transformative. Some of you, this could even be a loved one had crossed over, and you may have come back to your career or your job, or there was an ending of a relationship, and you may have questioned, is this what I want? Is this truly what makes me happy? Is this something that still satiates this emotional or spiritual hunger within? And if the answer is no, you're pivoting. You are opening up the threshold towards a new beginning. And even if there's a bit of fear attached to it, I feel like you are facing some sort of shadow, but you're not letting yourself embody the shadow so much where you fall into that fight or flight, where you fall into your weaknesses. You're focusing here on your strengths, but it's important to know your weaknesses, because that way when there are triggers that kind of poke you in that weakness soft spot, you are better equipped to be able to deal with it. And I also see you being kind to yourself. And even when other people haven't been kind to you, I feel like instead of retaliating, or instead of becoming bitter, or instead of pointing fingers, it has caused you to be more resilient, but it hasn't caused you to shut down. Or if it did, it's not going to last forever. I see that you are persevering, you're stronger than you think, and there's a newfound sense of confidence that's coming in after some sort of big change or ending that has occurred in your world. Now, Taurus, your final outcome energies are very powerful. You have the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Now, we do have that 7 of Pentacles here. So the 7 of Pentacles is only a few away from that 10, right? But you have the 10 of Cups here, which some of you, it's not just about the material wealth. It's not just about having, a fancy car or having the home, but wealth for many of you could be, yes, it could be connected to those things, and that's okay if that is what is important to you. But I also see community. I also see here a connection towards loving what it is that you do. And it's okay to make money doing what you love. And maybe that, for some of you, was a little bit of a block that you've had to overcome, is making money doing what you love, or shifting career directions entirely. Some of you may have pivoted and said, Mel, I'm going in a new direction. I don't want to be a teacher where I've been a teacher for the last 3 decades. Or if you had started out, maybe you went to school for something specific, but you are saying, I don't want to be in this career path anymore. I want to go off and start something else. I want to utilize these newfound skills or talents or gifts that I have. And you could even be taking a business idea and maybe bringing it online, as I mentioned. But I also see that, again, that connection with individuals, maybe one-on-one, is going to be beneficial. The Three of Wands is you making a choice and manifesting here because you are in alignment with what it is that you want and you're committing yourself. And I do see success, especially with that award. So there's forward momentum and manifestation after careful planning, careful examining. And I feel like you're not making a rash choice or a decision, but it's been that you've been waiting in a way, or growing, evolving, learning, getting to where you are now required stepping stones. And I feel like you finally reached the top of this platform. And now with that whirl that I saw earlier, you're saying, okay, the sky's the limit. It's time for me to embrace a new energy. This could certainly be a new career path. It could be a new job. It could be a new mindset that you have in your current existing place of employment or your business. So the Three of Wands is you executing something that you've been working on manifesting. The Ten of Cups is the ultimate blessing. It is being able to manifest a life that feels rich and rewarding, right? It's connected to the comfort energy here. And some of you may be working with families in some way. Maybe you're working with children. I mean, you could be a teacher. You could be a coach, a mentor, a nurse. I'm getting also, you may have committed some of your time to taking care of maybe an aging parent, or it could be a family member who was ill. I'm also seeing some of you have a very special child. This could be special needs, but it could also be a child who has and holds special gifts, which I feel like all children, we all have gifts, right? But it feels like there is a very beautiful energy here around a child. And I'm getting the initial B. So B could be someone's maybe first name. Maybe Ben or Benji, but I also see here that you may be traveling. You could also be saving up to travel to be near family or to take your family on some sort of a trip or a vacation. This could be something that is a goal or even a bucket list destination that you have for yourself. This could be some sort of dream and you are finally able to make this dream come true. So a lot of really beautiful energies coming through in the next few months, especially playing out in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So let's dive in and take a look at the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have here for you, Taurus? We have building blocks. So remember what I just said about stepping stones? Number 28, some of you may be born on the 28th of the month, or the age 28 could be significant. Some of you could even have 28 in an address or a phone number. This is all about a strong foundation. This is a beautiful work in progress. You have everything you need to turn iron into gold in the alchemical process of creating the prosperous life that you desire, Taurus. Now is the time to build on the strong foundation that you have already laid. So this is interesting because the Seven of Pentacles is stopping and reassessing and reevaluating the foundation, and you've laid it, right? You have the wheelbarrow there. You've been applying your energy, and right now you are ready for the next level. That's that new beginning. That's that fresh mindset. And 10 of Cups is a completion. So it feels like the old build is ready for an upgrade in some way, or it could be that you're finally seeing the fruits of your labor pay off. Now is the time to build on the strong foundation that you have already laid for your prosperity. Keep in mind that these building blocks are imbued with the sparkling energy of your intentions. Own your dream. I love that for you because the Nine of Cups is your dream. Own it. And remember that you always have more than enough, and you always are enough. So abundance is ever present. Your creativity is divinely inspired, and the design for your life is taking shape in service to the world. You are meant for success. You cannot make that up. You are meant for success. We saw the world earlier, and your life is taking shape. I mean, the building blocks are right here in the wheelbarrow. You have been hard at it. And this is about you reaping what you've earned. And if there is a situation that's been very difficult for you, I do see you getting back on track. And I love that phrase here of dancing through distractions, because that keeps coming in. And what that means is not letting distractions throw you so far off track that you lose yourself. That you're like, who am I? What am I doing? And then fears creep in. You are dancing through these distractions because you're cultivating inner peace, resetting your nervous system, and believing that you are worthy. Believing, Taurus, that you are absolutely enough. All right. And if there are cracks in the foundation, which by the looks of it, you're doing something right here, but the death tells me that if there are cracks in the foundation, this could be addressing those values, because some of you, your values may no longer resonate in the way that they once did, or priorities are changing. This could be because you have more space, or you have more education, more knowledge. So something here is leveling up. It's like you're ready to hit that next level of the building block. And it says here, perhaps your values have changed and it's time to strengthen, there's the strength card, strengthen your conviction and let go, death card, of the things that no longer serve the vision that you have for your life. That's why the frame is here. Now, the frame also reminds me of a vision board. That's what I was seeing there for a moment, where it's like you have this vision of your life in this frame. Focus on what is within that frame, not what's outside of it, but what's in it, and strengthen your conviction. Let go of anything that is outside of this frame. Or perhaps if you've chose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement that you've entered into are not right for you, remove the rotten pieces, right? Remove them with that death card. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral of strength, which you have, and integrity. And there is the Queen of Wands. Now is the time for honesty. You are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do, because Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life far beyond your imagination. That's the 10 of Cups. That is the comfort here. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. I love the connections here for you. All right, lastly, let's get a message from your spirit animals. So if you can safely do so, Taurus, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, all the way from your belly up to your heart. Hold your breath for the count of 3, 2, 1. And release through your mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you, Taurus, to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky or swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be magical or mystical, wild or domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's visited through your dreams, or maybe even crossed your path recently in the great outdoors. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, All you need to do is drop your power animals or animal, whether you've seen 1 or 5, drop them in the comment section below. I will personally enter you into the giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the community tab. So please be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Were some of you seeing a white owl, like a snowy owl or a barred owl? I was seeing the owl here, but let's see what's coming through for you. All right, we have the white dove. This is inner peace, right? Be at peace within your body, within your nervous system. I see that many of you are moving into a very peaceful state of mind, and you're cultivating, again, that comfort. Not that it's the comfort zone that we try to get out of because we're uncomfortable, but being in a state of, this is the life that I've cultivated. I feel good with where I am at. I feel good with the choices that I'm making to grow and evolve and to simplify. Some of you may want to simplify your life. So whatever piece is for you, embody it. That is the message of the dove. Now, some of you may be born on the 21st or the 6th. You may be 36 years old or 53. We also have the koi fish. Koi fish represent prosperity, just like those cows. So you have 2 of the most prosperous animals in your reading today. There is always enough. Because oftentimes we get locked into that scarcity mindset or poverty consciousness where we feel like there's a lack. And then we focus on that lack. And what happens when we focus on anything? It grows. And Spirit is reminding you that there is plenty, that you are tapping into that wellspring of abundance because it is your birthright. Some of you may even approach a koi fish pond or a goldfish pond in the near future. Maybe you are eating out at a restaurant or you visit a place that has like a wishing well with fish in it. That could be a sign or an indicator that things are about to manifest in your world or to keep on going because you are moving into, again, a period that feels very, very liberating and emotionally satisfying as well as materially successful as well. You have beaver coming through, one of my favorite spirit animals because beavers are nature's architects. And it says lay a solid foundation, which you have numerous times here. So lay a solid foundation, yes, in the physical, but this also connects to the mind. It's important to adopt an abundant mindset. It is important to set your mind straight on what it is that you want. Get clear on what it is that you want. And again, what are we dancing through? We're dancing through any other distractions. And lastly, you have the seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. Watch and wait for miracles to occur in your life. I see that there is an opportunity that is flowing in. And you may have the ability, or you will have the ability to showcase your talents, to put yourself out there. But some of you are so close because, again, you have that 9 of cups. That's the energy you're starting with, and you're ending with the 10 of cups. And we have the 7 of coins. There's a reevaluation. So pause, pause, catch your footing, make sure your mind is in the right space, get clear on what you want, commit yourself, decide what you want, commit, and execute. Because there's a lot of success here with that 10 of Cups. Ultimate blessing awaits. And lastly, I'm going to pull a timing card. Even though this is for January or the next 4 to 6 weeks, I see that there's some really amazing things coming in throughout 2026. But let's just take a sneak peek and see what additional timing cards are playing out for you. What do we need to know for timing? Favorable timing moments. We have at a special date. Now, this could be connected to a birthday, Taurus. So your season coming through could bear favorable results. There could be a turning of the page, especially for those of you sun sign Taurians out there. But of course, there could be a celebration coming in at any time. Let's see if we can get something a bit more specific. But I am getting a birthday, and it feels like it's yours. And we have just around the corner. Now, some of you may even be saving up for a wedding, or there could be a really beautiful partnership coming in here for you when it comes to your career, where you're able to collab. You may even work with a family member, or you could have a career where you're working with a spouse, but just around the corner. And if you are married already, this could be an anniversary, because at a special date, it could be around an anniversary where there is an offer or an opportunity or some form of blessing that is showing up for you. That is what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell button if you haven't already. And if you are interested in a personal reading, you can find that information in the description box below the video or by visiting intuitivesoulcoach.com.